Good morning everyone and welcome back to the two-headed wolf gaming channel and Laysara Summit Kingdom, where we continue the development of the Windslab mountaintop, one which is apparently famous or infamous for its avalanches. Many avalanche spots, and we're trying to manage things as we go forward. So far so good. We've prepared in the first episode. From the beginning I put a bunch of trees over here, and we got very lucky because the first avalanche came from this spot right here. So overall, I feel that as long as we're over preparing for things and we're not taking too many risks, we should be totally fine. We're making good money to begin with. I should let time fly just to make sure that we have our treasury filled up. And now we need to provide 80 lowlanders with access to baths, which unfortunately we can't really do on this side. Right here we have a few spots where we will be able to fulfill this need. On this side we do have a river from the mountaintop, but as you can see there's no buildable area. There's only this area right here where we could imagine that we could place down a bath. We could either do it here, however, because of the way that this can be placed, it wouldn't reach too far. We would need to have houses over there. But I believe that if we go over here and we place maybe the baths on this side and we construct a bunch of houses here, then that will be perfect, because this also allows us to place some fishing houses on this side. The other big problem here is that we have an avalanche spot here, have an avalanche, a snow cap over here. Now this one, I am imagining, at least at level 1, it feels like it's going to go down through here. But at level 2, I have this fear that it's going to go in this direction as well. I am not sure, I do not know exactly. Other than taking a hit, I don't know exactly how it's going to play, but we will have to see. Either way, we need to start building a road through here. And let's keep going forward like this. Are we going to go straight forward? I believe that is a good idea. And then we're going to go with one of these. Good. And then we're going to go like this. Perfect. So, first things first, we will need a market. That is for sure. Then I'm gonna build this like this. We might want to have a mandala from the start, because these people will want to have at least 1 point fulfilled. Mandala offers us 2 points, which would be great. They don't want fish just yet. Let's put houses. I'm thinking of a 6 group here. I wouldn't want to go too far in population. Have the mandala like... or rather than putting down the mandala, they want the baths from the start. So let's not spend double the money when we can just do something like this. I'm going to do like this. I'm going to do it like this just because I want to connect this with the road and be able to throw down 2 more houses. Okay, we're going in the right direction. I would really like to take care of the food production, maybe down here, because we'll also want a bunch of yaks, so we can place down even more here. We need to make sure we're protecting ourselves from the avalanche, and the bad thing is I don't know exactly how the snow will fall in this area, and thus we will have to overexpand to begin with. Maybe change it later on. I'm hoping that this is going to be enough, but maybe, yeah, let's try to do it like this. If it's not coming down through the river, then that will allow us to open these spaces to fishing, or we might want to push the trees further down. Look at that. Feeling like this is going to be the protection. I can't raid the coal just yet, so I'm not going to produce it. But what we want are more people. We need more lowlanders as well. Let's see, if I put a road, I will make another 6 group. How far can we push it? Okay, it can reach. Let's drag a road out. Like so. It can go pretty far, so we can imagine that we can make an even bigger group. Let's have the donation spots. Make sure we're collecting the money. Okay, an avalanche is starting. Over here. It does go down through this area, but that seems to be it. Hoping that it's not gonna go through here. Seems like that would be the case. As far as artisans, I think I might want to mix this up. However, there's only one big problem that I can see for now, is that these people don't like the same thing. And it might be difficult to fulfill their needs on both sides. These guys don't even want the baths. Yeah, there's no reason why I would want to place lowlanders there then. It's just going to become more difficult to manage later on. We do need another district for artisans. For now we've done it like that. And we just need to bring in a lot of lowlanders. I feel like placing down more houses would not be the way to go. If there's a lesson which I've learned last time, is that providing people with goods and making sure that they're well satisfied will not create problems when you go up in levels. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to place one of these card posts there and one of these card posts here. Start producing some Zampa. We can have it even lower, I believe. Shall see. We're gonna place a mill here. And then we're gonna drag another road. This side I'll put a road like that. Maybe even 2 roads, because we might want to transport Zampa from here. There's a lot of space, and that is possible. Let's bring more of these yaks. Then we'll be placing down some barley fields, like so. Send it over here, send it to the card post, send it to this other card post, send it to the market, and thus we have fulfilled the need of many people. We could also provide them with honey. They need the mandala. But it's mandatory pretty much to give them 1 point of enlightenment somewhere. I can do it like this, it wouldn't be reaching most of the houses. Yes, I'll put it here, though I'm not sure I'm super happy with that choice. Now they need one more type of food. And on that type of food, we're gonna go with honey. It seems like it's giving us plenty of bonuses. So we need just 1 point to upgrade. Shall we start with eggs? Eggs are cheap, easy to produce. If I drag it up to somewhere here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's say. I do it like this. It wouldn't have to be on the interior unless I place down a better road. I don't want to be spending money on the roads just yet. Good, we're going to do this. That is already not in range. If I do it like this, okay, it works if I go on this side. Good, we need more artisans. And once again, I'm thinking I will have to upgrade, or I should be upgrading these houses, rather than go with something else. We could just provide them with ale. And for ale we would need barley. And charcoal. or coal from a charcoal pile. We're making some wood in some of these areas. We could be transporting it, although I want the next level of knowledge before I do that. Because otherwise it's going to be very difficult and expensive, right? I want to be transporting some of the barley out from the lower areas, the more fertile areas, to the upper areas. Because barley fields consume a lot of space. That's why I also want to be sending Tsampa to upper levels. I believe that that is the way that I should be going forward. Make a few more artisan houses like this. I think they will be covered. Yeah, they just need a bit more cheese. Going to be okay. We're gonna make it like so. Good. Keep gathering money. Lowlanders are already on a very low amount. We're using a lot of our people. We can also upgrade these houses, and that is great. Okay, we've reached the maximum. We'll have space, but I don't need any more money. So we're not gonna go and upgrade this just yet. Ice bath, something, that is absolute madness. I guess they started doing these ice baths. I feel freezing just looking at these people. Yep, save for me. It's about time we ramp up textile production or we'll all die from a cold. You cannot die from a cold. My grandma said otherwise. Provide 250 textiles, 250 citizens with textiles. Well, they don't want textiles just yet. They need level 2 in research. They don't want textiles either. And neither do they. So at this point, they're not hand-holding us anymore. They gave us the mission. We need to make textiles. It's really up to you how you get there. And you already know that you need another level of knowledge. One of the things that we could do, of course, is place down the academy, do another level like this. The other thing would be to start producing painted cedar in order to be providing them with up to 30 levels of knowledge. And I feel like this is a lot more efficient, of course, but we do need cedar production. Or painted cedar production. And to do that, we can already do it. We can import dye, which will take some money away from us. And we can place down. That is great. This is going to make the painted cedar chain very easy to get. Right, if we can import dyes directly, we just need the cedar grove. And then we can place down the cedar painter. I like that. Okay. Well, but for this we need a trading center. And because of that, we need to think of a way to put down another one of these academies. Because we cannot make cedar. You know what? I know I've said it a lot, but I like how different these maps feel. The basic knowledge is there, you just have to have the basic knowledge, but afterwards, the way they balance things out feels really great. I am looking now for a space where we could bring a bunch more monks. Now the next monks, of course, will not have access to high areas, because I am looking at this and I'm thinking, well, I wouldn't really want to bring monks here because there's not a lot of space to expand. I could want to bring some monks here, as there is a lot of space. It would be very close to a gold mine, which means that we could be getting some gold. This area this area doesn't look to be troubled by at least a low-level avalanche. I am scared that a high-level avalanche will be able to go through these areas and maybe even jump on top of these. Would be a bit too crazy, I feel. Still, let's connect things with a bridge. We're gonna go in this direction, for sure. That is definitely not changing in any way. Connect these areas by road. And we're gonna drag a road like this. We're also taking this area here where we could place down some haymakers, which we will need later on. But I'm gonna try to be as efficient as possible as to not take too much space if not needed. Look at the way these bridges look. That is such a cool view. Now let's see, how do we want to do this? I guess I'll just straight up drag a row like this. Good. Then we're gonna go with a market first of all. Something like this, I believe it's good. I'm gonna do this one like so. I will want to have down the academy from the start, just to know what we're working with. Maybe later on what I will do is that I'll replace the academy with a monastery somewhere. And 28 more monks will... Yes, we don't need to disable it, right? So it's gonna be placing down the monks like so. And I'll go like this. I believe that they need a praying shrine. Yeah. And because of that, we'll leave a space open in the middle, like we've done before. We'll do like 8. 8 houses in total. Like that. We'll be placing down, I guess we'll place down a praying shrine here from the start. I'm gonna do 2 like that. I have enough monks for now. We're going to go only 1 level here. And because we're going only 1 level, then all of a sudden, we don't need to worry that much about the monastery, at least for a while. Right? We need to just provide people with textiles, and because we're at level 2 of knowledge, textiles we can already produce. Right? Right. Good. And for that we just need yak shacks. And we're already producing, we already have some yak shacks in this area. Right? Producing 4 wool, which we're not really distributing anywhere. The cool thing is that now we can also place down a trading post. For a yak post we would need more. We can make some compact yak breeders. We're already producing some here. Instead of building houses, instead of these, if I place down some of these hay dryers, we would be able to supply 2 of these and get a bunch of yaks. I like that idea. We're gonna delete that. I am thinking that placing down a road is a good idea because that will allow us to fill multiple buildings like this. Right, we'll have a yak here and maybe a yak there, hay dryers. I can even leave space open here for another road. We'll just leave it like that for now. These 2 will supply here. These 2 will supply over here. Then you go there and you go there. Good. 27 yaks. That is great. Saved a tiny bit of space. But at least we use the same field to supply two of them, two areas. If I'm now thinking of trading posts, right, we will need to use these in order to provide textiles. Well, we'll be making textiles, but we will not be able to transport it all over the mountain because we need level 3 of knowledge. However, for this market, we're supplying 132 people with textile. That's still not enough. We could upgrade the houses and thus probably get close to 250 people. Given that we're placing down many textiles, then that also means that we will need a bunch more artisans, and thus upgrading this building wouldn't be a bad idea. It would fulfill 2 points of need. So we're gonna start here, and I'm gonna try to upgrade as many of these artisan houses as possible. I believe that that is the best way to go forward, rather than try to get the next levels of knowledge. Because then more people would appear. Yeah, I believe I am right by going in this direction. So let me think of a way here. Build this. This takes 3 spaces. I'll have to do something like so. How much do you think we will need? Let's put down the trading post. We can feed another textile there. For the moment, I will bring you... This needs to reach also the commodity supplier. Either that or we'll place down another commodity supplier here. Which wouldn't be too bad. But if I go closer, it would still not reach that commodity supplier. So in a sense, I am thinking probably placing a cart post and maybe bringing the goods up here. This would be a great place for houses as well, because the market reaches it, and so do these. In this area, we are free to build whatever we want. So let me think. If I put a trading post here, wouldn't be enough space, but I can place it here. Then we'll connect this area with the road. And what I want is a cart post like this. Be supplying wool. Then send the wool over here. Then import the dyes. Perfumes is only at 30. Not that bad. Well, if we think that we're making 145 gold at the moment, maybe it's not little either. But selling coal is at 24. Oh, we'll be making money soon. So let's import the dyes. We don't need dyes for this? Oh, we were looking at dyes for the painted cedar, but wool for textiles it is not required. Well, then I don't need this as goods. Yeah, that was a big mistake there. That we don't have to do. We'll transport it here. And that's the same thing I can do with some of these as well to transport them to the market, right? We'll put down one of these cart posts. Now let's see, I'll enable you and I'll send you to the commodity supplier. How much more do you need? Well, now all of a sudden we have a surplus of utensils, but we need more textile producers. That is looking very good to me. And upgrading the houses, apparently they don't consume more utensils. They will consume more food because there are more people. But that is looking great to me. Let's do this, right? We'll drag a road. Might even want to connect the roads here, which will allow us clear access to the market, maybe? No. Now, don't I want to put down another one of these to transport? I think I want to do something like this to transport all of the cheese too. Because at the end of the day, this will be a lot easier to manage. Not there. We need to send the milk over here. Good. We can bring even more artisans, and I would like to do that. We're gonna bring enough to fulfill the mission. What else would they like to eat? Tsampa and fish. I cannot transport fish from here. I could think about transporting Tsampa, however. But we will need to do another production chain, and we're not gonna do it on that side. We might want to do it on this side though. If I put down a bunch of barley farms here, then we can transport. We could also bring a few more yaks, and also transport Tsampa to this area up here. Just because I'm looking at the cheese and I'm like, I don't need this much more. So with that in mind, let's see. Cartus. Somewhere. I'll do this, I'll move you here. We're going to go with another row like this. If I put a cart post here, I start placing down the milks. Let's see, cheese? No, still wouldn't allow us enough space for this. Yeah, we're gonna go like so. But we shall see. For now, let's start with the Tsampa. I believe that that is our first priority here, more than anything else. Put down a mill. Put down a cart post like that. We'll see how much of a supply we need. Hey, we will not need you, at least for a while. I don't want to rebuild it, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Transport from you to you, and then from here to... How much more do you need? Well, you need double production there. And now all of a sudden, it's looking pretty good. We're going higher. And we will need more cheese and we will need more Tsampa. So in the end, we still need to provide them with some extra goods. I will already do it, just because I want to complete that mission. So we need to see where we stand when we fulfill their other needs. Okay, for cheese we're getting more, because there's still an 11 surplus here, which we might send somewhere else. But we really need more Tsampa, definitely. So we will need another one of these mills. I'll be moving these up here for now. I want more fields. I believe we don't need this one, right? Yes, we do not. There we go. Now we need just a bunch of lowlanders. Given the supply of food that we have here, I guess going some extra goods. Not a bad idea. Let's see if I connect it like this. Do you reach it? Yes. Reachable by the market. How about you? Yes. Great. Okay. Nice job. I had the idea because no one was using all this wool for anything. I mean, you didn't need it anyway, right? That was a great move indeed. Now we're not gonna die from the frost. Die from the frost? Aren't you exaggerating a little? Easy for you to say, you have hair. At 50 houses, any cast at level 2. Okay. We're protecting ourselves here. I think we're good all around. I barely see any artisans on the streets. You need to start going outside more. What for? We're just fine in our homes with insulated walls, thank you very much. But if you have a good reasons to leave them, let's say a warm inn with the best ale in the region. Okay, and now they want ale. This is the next level of goods which they would desire. That might be a good idea. But I am making really good money at the moment. I am going to fill up the treasury. See, there's another avalanche. Let's watch it. Okay. Good. So it's not reaching this part at all, but it does split into two. And the thing is, we cannot stop it anywhere here. We will have to stop it in this area, and we will have to stop it in this area, or, you know, just put the horns up here to reduce the power of this. Very interesting. And this is a very small spot where we will have to put trees and horns, and that's about it. There's not a whole lot that I'll be able to do up there. Very, very interesting. But I guess that is going to have to be it for this episode. We have managed to expand a bit more on this mountain. Now I'm looking forward to getting ales for our inns. And probably to replace. We have ale open. We already have ale open. But I am thinking that we will have to go and place down a monastery. Make sure that since we do have quite a bit of money in the treasury, that we're bringing in the highest level of knowledge. Make sure that we stabilize our people as they are right now before pushing forward into the future. I believe that that is something that we're going to have to do for the next episode. Hope you have enjoyed this one. If you did, do consider leaving a like, as it does help me, helps the channel grow. Look at the Aurora Borealis there. Such a great view with the mountain. Gorgeous. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.